Hello and welcome back. Today I thought I would show you how I make my clear protein drinks without getting the lumps in, because it is a problem. Now, I don't have a special machine to make these drinks. I just have a normal plastic beaker. I have a little wire ball that goes in and the beaker has a lid on. Now, I also just make these in my regular drinks cups, you know, like your sports cups. So this is, I found, a bit of a foolproof way. You do have to plan ahead slightly. So I'm going to explain to you what I do, and hopefully this might save you the problem of having the lumps in your drinks. So this is the drink we're making today. I buy this from Tesco. This was £16 and I probably go through 1 to 2 of these a week. This flavour is orange and mango, and this is my favourite flavour. I've never bought from My Protein direct, but I also have bought this in Boots the Chemist as well, because I bought one and left it in work. So inside here you also do get a scoop, but this is a brand new tub, and just to tell you that it is only full up to here. Okay, so inside you do get a little scoop, and it's 26 grams. It's a bit of a random number, isn't it? And that's your scoop. So first thing that I do, it does say 400 ml. I'm going to get a measuring jug out and show you how much 400 ml is. So here we are, that is 400 ml, and I'm going to put some of it in the plastic beaker. So what I do actually put more water in, and I'm going to show you why in a minute, only because I like a longer drink. So I've put probably about half of it in there, and then I'm going to put my scoop in. If you've never used the clear protein drinks, this contains 20 grams of protein, so it's a really great way of getting some extra protein in your day, especially when you're not very hungry. Pop that in there and then pop the rest of that on top. Okay, I then put the metal ball in the plastic tub. I'm going to put my lid on this one, and then I'm going to pop my lid on. I think I bought these plastic beakers off Amazon, but you can get them in loads of places. Now, you need to make sure that you don't fill it all the way up if you do want it at this stage, but you leave a little bit of room, because when you shake it, you need a little bit of air in it. And then when you shake it, what happens is it creates like a foam. So what I do is I just make this probably about 10 minutes to half an hour before I need it. And then I make it while I'm making my coffee in the morning, and I give it a little bit of a shake. So I will probably shake that maybe 2 or 3 times. And then what I do is I pop it in the fridge out the way, and I leave it for 10 minutes while I'm getting ready in the morning, or maybe a bit longer. And then when I come back, I find that all of the little blobs of powder have disappeared. So make it before you need it. Don't make it and then drink it, because the powder just doesn't dissolve that quick. I can see all the lumps in there. So it says suggested use 26 grams, which is 1 scoop, with 400 ml of cold water. After shaking, wait about 15 seconds for the natural foam to settle. Powder settles over time. We recommend weighing for the most accurate measure. So I can still see plenty of lumps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it another couple of shakes. I'm going to pop it in the fridge, and then when it comes out and I can see everything's dissolved, then I'm going to fill it up to the top, and I use that as a cool drink. I might even put a blob of ice in because it's lovely and cold today. So every time you shake it, it fills up with foam. Also, it's 87 calories for 1 scoop, which isn't bad really, especially if you're on a weight loss injection and you're struggling to get food and your protein in and your calories. I don't think this is a bad option. Sometimes I drink 2 a day, but I always drink 1. So normally in the morning, once I've had a couple of coffees, then I'll have one of these. Sometimes if I'm struggling for calories and I'm thirsty in the afternoon, especially now, the weather's lovely and warm. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna pop that in the fridge. I can see them dissolving. So So don't be disheartened if you make clear protein drinks and you think, oh, they're quite lumpy. You need to give it that time for the lumps to settle. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge and I'll be back in a minute. Set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
Timer off. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's have a look what the clear protein drink looks like now. So I don't know if you can see, but it's now clear. We have no lumps. I'm going to give it another shake. It foams up a little bit and I'm going to top that up with water, and that's going to be my drink now. I might put a blob of ice in. So just because it says 400 mils of water doesn't mean you can't top it up. It's still going to have the same calories, still the same amount of protein. It's just going to last you a bit longer. So if you're a cordial lover like me, then this is definitely the option for you. Thank you very much for watching anyway. If you do like content around GLP-1 medications, I take Mounjaro, and I post lots about food that I buy, protein, different things like that. So if you're not already, please consider subscribing and make sure you give me a thumbs up, because we all know that helps the algorithm. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.